Greetings, everyone. Well, this time around, we're going to talk about a couple of belated birthday Blu-rays that I got from dear old Mum, who actually came to visit me during the last couple weeks of March. Actually, specifically, we're going to talk about one of them today, and then we'll talk about the other one next time. So, yeah, so let's see what one of the belated birthday Blu-rays from Mum is. I'll see you at the Blu-ray shelf. Now, this is another one of those movies that everybody and their dog was telling me I should totally check out because it's something right up my alley. And I really wanted to, but every time I saw the Blu-ray around, it was, I don't know, like $30, and I just didn't feel like paying $30 for something on a blind buy. Even though, you know, from what little I knew about it, I very cautiously avoided spoilers. I knew that it was likely something I was going to enjoy. But what am I talking about? Well, let's head over to the Sci-Fi Blu-ray shelf and take a look. Let's see here. Aha! Super 8. That's right. Super 8. Yeah, I mean, anybody who's seen my videos for a while, like, for example, all the Texas Movie Shack stuff, I'm sure had the same thought that this is something that Sean needs to check out. Pretty much everybody I've talked to really enjoyed this movie, although I did get a few comments when I posted that I got this on the Facebook page. There were some people who said they found it boring, and I'm like, really? How can you find Super 8 boring? I mean, it's anything but boring. But anyway, I have watched the film. Mum wanted to get it for me as well because, for much the same reason everybody else was recommending it to me, because she saw it and she thought it was right up my alley as well. And yeah, so we'll talk about the Blu-ray, what's on it, what I thought of the film, and all that kind of good stuff today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Super 8. Yes, it took me forever to see it, but I finally have, and I loved it. It was awesome. Boring? How can anybody say it was boring? I mean, you got a big freaking train wreck that just goes on and on for like 5 minutes, and it's freaking spectacular. That's some shit that Michael Bay could never pull off, because he just doesn't have the finesse. There was genuine peril in that train wreck. And then there's a giant freaking alien stomping around the city, killing everybody, and eating them, and digging and doing stuff, and awesome. I can't fathom how anybody could call it boring. Yeah, basically, if you're a fan of the old, you know, group of kids discover something weird going on in their small town movies, stuff like Stand By Me, Goonies, It, Explorers, you know, anything like that, you're gonna love Super 8 because it is a loving homage to all of those movies. And the funny thing is, it's a loving homage by, well, produced by one of the guys who made a lot of those movies, or at least had something to do with a lot of them, Steven Spielberg. And then, of course, you got J.J. Abrams, which, maybe that's why people are hating on it. People are just don't like J.J. Abrams, so they just automatically dislike anything that he does. Regardless of that. Well, apparently Spielberg actually had quite a bit of input in there. Like, J.J. Abrams essentially wanted to do this movie as his tribute to those types of movies that I just listed off at the beginning there, because he, like us, grew up with a lot of those and really enjoyed them, and you don't really see a lot of those types of movies these days anymore. They were a lot more commonplace in the, you know, the 80s, basically. There was a lot of them in the 80s, but nowadays you don't really see that kind of thing anymore. So for 80s kids like me who grew up with them, Super 8 is just, you know, it's a blast. It's just a great treat to all. It's just like, it really has that vibe of like an old 80s movie. And of course, a lot of people were recommending it to me because I used to film movies on Super 8 when I was a kid, so it's like, yeah, I can definitely relate to the fat kid who thinks everything is mint, because that was me, except I wasn't fat when I was a kid. That's, you know, a pleasure I came to enjoy later in life. So really, I don't have anything bad to say about it. I mean, I had a blast with it. It's one that I know I'm going to rewatch again and again. I thought the cast was very likable. You know, it was a great group of kids, you know, very talented. I'm sure a lot of them are going to go far if they choose to pursue acting further. You know, and I enjoy the works of J.J. Abrams and Steven Spielberg. You know, Steven Spielberg, I think, has just overall gotten better and better with age. I mean, it's kind of interesting. Like with most filmmakers, when they start out, they sort of do their experimental stuff first, like their artsy stuff, and then they get into their more mainstream stuff later. It seems like Spielberg kind of took the reverse. Like, he started off doing his mainstream popcorn stuff, and then now he's doing more of his experimental stuff, you know, like more artsy stuff, like AI, which, you know, was basically him finishing a Stanley Kubrick movie. And, you know, Minority Report, which is not, you know, which is, you know, pretty heady science fiction stuff with, you know, action elements to it and whatnot. And, you know, and then J.J. Abrams, I mean, he's been making huge waves, of course, with, you know, Lost, of course, being the big one. And now we got Fringe, which is doing really well. And then, of course, the Star Trek movie, which I know there's a lot of very heated opinions of on one side or the other. I loved it. Could have done without all the lens flare. Could have done without the monotonous movie score. But everything else about it, story, characters, cast, I thought was great. And I hope that the second one just goes off and makes it even better. But, you know, go see my videos about that if you want to hear my opinions on that. And then now we have Super 8, you know. I mean, he's done some good stuff. So I don't get all the hate towards J.J. Abrams. I think he's done some fine work, and I look forward to future productions of his. So let's take a quick look at the extras here. Got quite a lot of extras on this one. It's a nice collection. Over 2 hours of behind-the-scenes special features. First, you've got Deconstructing the Train Crash. Uncover the secrets behind filming the astonishing scene. It is quite a spectacular scene, I gotta see. Like, I went into this movie very cold. Like, I avoided spoilers like the plague. I really knew nothing about it. I knew it was something about some kids making a movie, and that was basically all I knew. And, yeah, so I was really pleasantly surprised. And basically by the whole thing. It was just fantastic. Then we got 8 featurettes, explore the origins of the story, casting, creating the creature, and more. All in high definition. 14 deleted scenes in high definition, and director J.J. Abrams and filmmakers' commentary. And then you got DVD, which has the digital copy on the DVD as well. So, and it's the DVD edition. So, okay, so let's take a quick look at the packaging here. The slipcover, of course, is the inner cover. Yeah. So the slipcover, which of course I wanted, has you know, it's designed to mimic the look of the old Kodak 8mm film cartridges that you would get. This is a look that I am very familiar with because I had a lot of those film cartridges back in the day. And then you just got the logo on the side there, contents on the back. Sorry, the camera's like right in line with the monitor there. It's hard for me to see, and then the same thing there. And we'll just slide that out. And the regular cover is actually quite a bit different. It's fairly a little more dark and mysterious. And I guess actually, technically, goes like that, because that's the way the picture is. I don't know why they did it kind of sideways like that. That's just weird. And then on the back again we have the. See, now here without the front cover, the yellow band on the back and the yellow side, that doesn't make as much sort of aesthetic sense. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm being too overly analytical. So so here we have our info about the digital copy and stuff. What do we got on here? Turn your iPhone into a Super 8 camera. Well, don't have an iPhone, so can't enjoy that little experience. And then here we go. I noticed they're doing this more and more. I don't know if this is only specific studios, but the DVD is gray, the Blu-ray is blue. Yeah, I have a few like that. The Last Unicorn, I think, was done. Or no, The Last Unicorn wasn't like that. There was another one that Rosie and I picked up recently. Maybe it's one of the Scooby-Doos. I can't remember. Anyway, I've seen a few Blu-rays that do that with the Blu-ray and the DVD. Notably different colors. So honestly, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I don't know what more. I can't really say too much about Super 8 because if you guys haven't seen it, obviously you don't want it to be spoiled, and I don't really want to spoil things for you because a lot of the fun of this type of movie, this genre movie, is the thrill of discovery as you uncover the mystery with the group of kids as they uncover it. And yeah, so if you haven't seen Super 8, and if you're a fan of the old, you know, kids discover something strange in their small town movies of yesteryear, check it out because I think you'll really enjoy it. If you're looking for a more sort of modern action thriller sci-fi thing, then you're probably going to be disappointed because that's really not what it is. Yes, it has spectacular special effects and some amazing set pieces, but really at the heart of it, it's a much smaller scale kind of old school style story, much like those great old 80s movies most of us grew up with. Alrighty, well, that is it from me to you for now. Super 8, I love it. I will watch it many more times. I actually haven't watched any of the extras yet. I was talking about it with my mum. This was a gift. This was a belated girth day gift from Mum. Yes, good old girth day. Every day is a girth day for me. So anyways, belated birthday gift from Mum, which I think I mentioned in the intro. I filmed the intro a few days ago, so I forget what everything I said in it. Yeah, because she saw it and she loved it, and she knew that I would love it too because, well, I'm her son and she knows the kind of stuff I like. Alrighty, that is it from me to you for now. So until next time, thanks for watching, and sayonara. You're going to love Super 8 because it is a loving homage to all of those movies.